Have you ever felt that your life needs a big change, but you're unsure where to start? Imagine if you could completely transform your life in just 1 week. In today's video, we're going to reveal 7 habits that can change everything in a week. You're about to discover a routine based on Stoic wisdom, designed to help you start from scratch and fix everything that feels out of place. These habits are more than just simple actions. They are powerful tools that can help you find clarity, focus, and inner peace. These small daily changes can have a profound and lasting impact. In just 1 week, you can give your life a new direction, start building the strongest and most authentic version of yourself, and feel the transformation in every aspect of your daily life. If you're ready for this journey of renewal and want to see the true power of Stoic philosophy in action, this video is for you. I only ask one thing: don't skip this video. If you're here, it's because something inside you desires real change. That already makes you different from most people. Now show yourself that you're the exception and give yourself the chance to absorb every chapter, every moment. It might be exactly what you need to take the next step. Value this time and let every part of the video make a difference in your life. Let's get started. Habit 1. Remove external distractions. Marcus Aurelius believed that each of us has the power to retreat into ourselves whenever we wish. He knew how important it was to have moments of disconnection and introspection, especially at the end of the day. While he's famous for reminding us to live each day as if it were our last, Marcus Aurelius also deeply valued time dedicated to self-reflection and personal renewal. He used his evenings to withdraw from the external world, find inner peace, and rejuvenate away from stress and negative emotions. Imagine a moment when you're overwhelmed by a flood of information and stimuli throughout the day: emails, text messages, social media, constant meetings, and commitments. These are examples of external stimuli that bombard us all the time. Just like Marcus Aurelius, who retreated to find tranquility within his mind, it's essential for us to find ways to disconnect from these stimuli. Today, we're constantly overloaded. Our days are a marathon of tasks, commitments, and deadlines. Even when we try to balance work with personal life, we end up coming home feeling exhausted and stressed. Our nighttime routine is usually filled with activities that keep our minds active and overloaded, such as scrolling through social media, watching TV, or trying to reply to last-minute WhatsApp messages. To follow Marcus Aurelius' example and create a space of calm and introspection, it's crucial to reduce these stimuli and clear our minds. This might mean changing how we spend our evenings. Instead of diving into activities that continue to overload our senses, dedicate some time to focus on yourself. Try something like quiet reading, meditation practice, or a relaxing walk. These new activities can help you disconnect from the external whirlwind and find the inner peace you need to recharge your energy. By adopting these practices, you not only disconnect from daily stress, but also cultivate an internal space of tranquility and renewal. Following Marcus Aurelius' example and finding serenity amid the chaos of the modern world means it's a good idea to put your phone and other tech devices to rest at least half an hour before you go to bed. Instead of being glued to the screen until the last minute, look for moments of tranquility. This can be something simple like a 5-minute guided meditation, a body scan, or a breathing exercise. Think of meditation as a way to give your mind a break, which is often filled with fast-paced thoughts and distractions. Meditations that focus on mindfulness can help calm this restless mind and tune in with your body. For example, a guided meditation can lead you to feel every part of your body and breathe deeply, bringing a sense of calm. Incorporating this into your nighttime routine can have a really positive impact. Meditating before sleep is like giving yourself a gift. It reduces anxiety, improves your mood, and can even help you get deeper, more restorative sleep. Instead of letting your night be dominated by the rush of the day, it should be a time to pause and connect with your calm inner self. While binge-watching shows, playing video games, meeting with friends, or scrolling through social media might seem like a way to relax, These activities often don't help achieve true tranquility. Rather than calming the mind, they might only distract you from finding that peace. Even if you're tired and go to bed, sleep often isn't enough to restore you. After a busy day, to truly relax before bed, your nighttime routine needs to include something that allows your mind to fully switch off. Try creating a serene environment, like reading a calm book or listening to soft music. These practices not only help disconnect your mind from daily stress, but also prepare your body and mind for a more peaceful and restorative sleep. Habit 2. Incorporate physical activities into your routine. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that it's truly a shame for a person to grow old without realizing the beauty and strength their body can achieve. Even though he lived almost 2,000 years ago, he already understood the importance of physical exercise. To him, a healthy mind cannot exist without a healthy body. Think about how regular exercise goes beyond just keeping the body in shape. In Marcus Aurelius' time, philosophers believed that even a simple exercise routine helped cultivate essential virtues like perseverance, self-improvement, discipline, and the ability to overcome challenges. For example, when you commit to regular training, you're exercising not just your muscles, but also your willpower and resilience. Moreover, the Stoics understood that the true value of exercise is not in seeking external approval or showing off a perfect body, but in personal development and building self-confidence. It's like that rewarding feeling after a tough run or completing a challenging workout. Instead of seeking validation from others, the focus is on internal growth and well-being. Today, we often find excuses to avoid exercise. We might think, I'm too tired after a long day, or I have an important meeting tomorrow and don't want to be sore, or I'm so stressed that I can't even think about working out. These excuses are understandable, but it's important to remember that even on the hardest days, exercise can be a powerful tool to improve both physical and mental health. For example, after a stressful day, a light walk or a yoga session can not only help relieve tension, but also provide mental clarity and a sense of accomplishment. Instead of ignoring these moments of physical activity, we can see them as an opportunity to restore our energy and perspective. This shows that despite difficulties and fatigue, the benefits of exercise are invaluable. We shouldn't leave exercise out of our routine. Any type of physical activity, whether it's playing sports or going to the gym, brings significant benefits. When you exercise, your brain releases endorphins, those chemicals that make you feel good and help reduce stress. It's like a natural boost of happiness that your body offers you. If you decide to exercise at night, you might find that it helps you fall asleep faster and have a deeper, more restful sleep. For example, a light run or a meditation session before bed can leave you relaxed and ready for a good night's rest. You might feel renewed and prepared for the next day, as if you've effectively recharged your energy. Another idea is to incorporate a quick nighttime walk into your routine. As you walk, take a moment to connect with your surroundings. Feel the fresh air and observe the stars in the sky. Let your mind drift away from the day's worries and focus on the tranquility of the night. The beauty of the natural environment, like the gentle breeze or the sound of rustling leaves, can help clear your mind of a busy day. Imagine that as you walk, you're literally untangling the knots of accumulated stress. It's a way to prepare your body and mind for a more restful sleep. Allowing yourself this time to relax and appreciate the night can be an effective way to find calm and prepare for a peaceful sleep. Habit 3. Review the actions and events of your day. Marcus Aurelius believed that nothing is more powerful for expanding the mind than the practice of systematically examining everything that happens in our lives. For him and the ancient philosophers, the best times for this reflection were in the morning and at night. In the morning, it was common to prepare for the day ahead, starting the day with clarity and purpose, often by recording thoughts in a journal. This habit can be compared to preparing a map before a journey. You define what you want to achieve and organize yourself for the path ahead. For example, you might write about your intentions for the day, your goals, and how you plan to handle challenges. At night, the reflection was focused on reviewing what happened during the day. Marcus Aurelius did this by writing his meditations, reviewing his actions and thoughts with a critical but also compassionate eye. Imagine it like a coach reviewing a football match with their team, not to criticize, but to understand what worked and what could be improved. The ancient philosophers believed that this daily review practice helped align their actions with their most authentic inner selves. They compared this process to presenting a case to a court, where you revisit and evaluate your actions as if arguing your own efforts before an internal judge. It's not about harsh judgment, but about an analysis aimed at learning and growing. To apply this to your routine, set aside some time before bed to reflect on the day. Close your eyes and think about your day from the moment you woke up until now. Ask yourself, what did I do well today? How did I feel about my interactions and tasks? What brought discomfort or frustration? How can I learn from these experiences? Is there something I would have liked to do differently? For example, if you had a difficult conversation with a colleague, reflect on how you reacted and whether you could have approached the situation differently. Perhaps you felt frustrated, but this reflection can help you better understand your emotions and improve your approach for future interactions. These nighttime reflections help clear the mind, better understand your emotions, and prepare you for a new day with more clarity and purpose. Imagine yourself as a coach reviewing a football game with your team, not to criticize, but to understand what worked and what could be improved. The ancient philosophers believed that this daily review practice helped align their actions with their most authentic inner selves. They compared this process to presenting a case in a court, where you revisit and evaluate your actions as if you were arguing your own effort before an internal judge. This is not about severe judgment, but about an analysis that aims to learn and grow. To apply this to your routine, set aside some time before bed to reflect on your day. Close your eyes and think about your day from the moment you woke up until now. Ask yourself, what did I do well today? How did I feel about my interactions and tasks? What brought discomfort or frustration? What can I learn from these experiences? Is there something I wish I had done differently? For example, if you had a difficult conversation with a colleague, reflect on how you reacted and if you could have approached the situation differently. Perhaps you felt frustrated, but this reflection can help you better understand your emotions and improve your approach for future interactions. These nightly reflections help clear the mind and better understand your emotions, so you can start a new day with more clarity and purpose. Stoic philosophy teaches us that by reviewing the day with attention and compassion, we can learn and grow continuously, becoming more aware and aligned with our true values and goals. These practices are truly valuable for preparing us for the next day. By recording what we would have liked to have done, we can start the next day with more intention. Moreover, these reviews are crucial for evaluating whether our actions are aligned with the person we really want to be. For example, imagine you had an unpleasant argument with a family member due to a misunderstanding. During your nightly review, you might reflect on how this interaction affected your mood and how much time you spent thinking about it. You might realize that you spent the morning feeling frustrated and that it impacted your performance and well-being. By reflecting on this, you might consider how you could have approached the situation differently, perhaps by being more patient or seeking to clarify the misunderstanding more quickly. You might also realize that in the overall context of your day, this interaction ended up being smaller than it seemed at first glance. This type of reflection not only helps you learn from experience, but also prepares you to handle similar situations with more calm and awareness in the future. Taking time at night to review your daily progress is an effective way to live according to Stoic principles. This practice of self-analysis allows you to adjust your behavior and attitudes, promoting constant growth and a life more aligned with your values. Before we move on to the next habit, I want to thank everyone who is with us on this journey. Seeking knowledge and leaving ignorance behind is an important step for personal development, and you are doing an excellent job. Don't forget to check your subscription to the channel, and if possible, like the video and leave your mark showing that you were here. Right. I am a strong Stoic. Habit 4. Listen to the voice of your inner wisdom. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that to achieve mastery in reading and writing, one needs a mentor, and this is even more true when it comes to living a wise life. A wise person is someone who possesses deep knowledge and experience in a specific field and is admired for their wisdom and judgment. For many, a wise person serves as an inspiring example to follow. The ancient philosophers dedicated time to reflect on the wise and evaluate whether their own actions were aligned with the behavior of these examples. Marcus Aurelius, for example, saw Zeno, the founder of Stoic philosophy, as his model. He frequently questioned how Zeno would handle situations he himself faced. This helped him keep his own behaviors in check and always strive for improvement. For you, thinking about your role model can be an essential ritual at the end of the day. Imagine you have an ideal mentor, someone whose qualities and decisions you deeply admire, like an inspiring teacher or a leader you respect. At night, instead of simply relaxing, take a few minutes to think about your day. Ask yourself, how would my role model have reacted to this specific situation? For example, if you had a difficult discussion, consider how your ideal mentor would have approached the conversation with patience, empathy, and clarity. As you review your day, observe how your actions align with the behavior of your role model. If you realize you could have handled something more constructively, think about how you could improve. Perhaps if your role model is someone who values open communication, you might realize that you had the opportunity to be more transparent and that you can strive to be clearer next time. This process of self-evaluation helps ensure that you are constantly aligned with your ideals and values at the end of each day. This practice not only gives you a clearer view of how you are progressing, but also provides a path to continuously improve, becoming more like the role model you admire. What qualities of your role model did you manage to see in yourself today? Take a few minutes at the end of the day to reflect on the events you experienced and think about whether your reactions and decisions were close to those you imagine your ideal role model would have made. For example, if you admire someone for their patience and empathy, ask yourself if, in a conflict situation at work, you were able to respond with calm and understanding as your role model would have. Or if your role model is known for their determination and focus, evaluate whether you manage to stay focused on your goals even in the face of distractions. Reflecting on these situations at night can increase your awareness of your choices and behaviors. This not only helps identify areas where you can improve, but also guides you to become more aligned with the values you admire. Over time, this practice can transform you into the person you always wanted to be, the one who possesses the qualities and wisdom you so value. Habit 5. Look at the problem from a broader perspective. Marcus Aurelius encourages us to consider the vastness of the universe and our tiny role within it. Imagine the cosmos as a vast ocean, of which you are just a small drop, and the time you have to live is just a brief sigh compared to the eternity of the universe. By reflecting in this way, you gain a broader perspective on your life. He suggests adopting a wider view as if you were observing life from an elevated point of view. This means trying to see your life and challenges as if you were watching a movie, without getting emotionally involved. For example, if you had a difficult day at work, imagine how it would be to see your situation from above, as if you were watching a scene from outside. This can help remove the emotional burden and anxiety associated with it. Marcus Aurelius, known for his practice of nightly reflection, used this technique to distance himself from the limitations of his personal perspective. In the modern world, we are constantly bombarded by stimuli. Social media is always within reach, television, and apps distract us, and this can lead to intense mental fatigue. Amid so many distractions, it's easy to lose focus and feel overwhelmed. For example, you may have spent the entire day immersed in meetings ***. At night, you may try to relax, but end up getting even more distracted by a TV series or endlessly scrolling through social media. This can create the feeling that you're avoiding your problems instead of facing them. To practice the elevated perspective suggested by Marcus Aurelius, take a quiet moment at night to observe your immediate surroundings. Look at your home, the environment you live in, and the people around you. Ask yourself how these people might be feeling. What are their hopes and fears? For example, if you had a disagreement with a friend, try to imagine how they see the situation and what their feelings might be. Then, expand this view to your city and then to your country. Imagine the lives of people in your community and the different realities they face. Continue expanding your perspective to cover the entire planet. Think about people in different countries, social classes and cultures, and the unique challenges they face. For example, consider how the life of someone in a conflict zone might be very different from yours, and how your difficulties might seem small in comparison to theirs. This exercise of expanding your perspective can help put your problems into a new context and ease the pressure you feel. By recognizing the vastness of the world and the diversity of human experiences, you can find a sense of calm and a new perspective on your daily challenges. Expand your vision to include not just the solar system and the universe, but all of existence. Imagine observing your life and its challenges from outer space. When you see yourself from this broader viewpoint, you realize you are not alone or isolated. You are part of a vast and immense fabric that connects us all. This perspective helps you see your worries and problems with more clarity and less emotional weight. When you can step back from your anxieties, you can see your problems more clearly. For example, if you are distressed by a mistake at work, it might seem overwhelming when you're immersed in it. But if you imagine yourself as a distant observer, you might see that compared to the magnitude of the universe and the lives of millions of other people, this mistake is just a small pebble in the path. By putting your problems into perspective, you may realize that they are often smaller than they appear at first glance. Minor fights and misunderstandings may seem less significant when compared to the vastness of space or the difficulties faced by others around the world. Doing this can help you find a new way to face emotional obstacles and see your concerns in a different light, which can make it easier to overcome them. Habit 6. Cherish time with your family. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that regardless of whether we live many or few years, we all face the same truth. The present is the only time we truly possess. The past is irreversible, and the future is uncertain. Thus, every moment we have now is valuable and worthy of our attention. For Marcus Aurelius, the priority at the end of the day was to be with his family. He demonstrated a deep love for his children and wife. Despite being a man of great importance and having a busy schedule, he never neglected these precious moments. Imagine the scene. After a long day of work and duties, he would tuck his children into bed, give them a goodnight kiss, and think to himself, "Don't rush. This might be the last time you do this." He knew that each hug and kiss could be the last, and this awareness made every moment with his family even more special. The ancient Stoics often reflected on their mortality as a reminder of the passage of life. An Australian nurse who worked with patients in their final days reported that one of the greatest regrets she heard was the wish to have spent more time with family. Many of her patients lamented not having enjoyed more of their children's childhood or the moments spent with their partners due to the relentless demands of modern life. Today, many families face a similar challenge. We spend hours in front of screens, whether at work, on social media, or watching TV, and often find ourselves exhausted and distracted, even when we are home with our loved ones. How many times have you found yourself watching a TV show while your family is around, but no one is really talking, or playing a computer game while your children are asking for attention? Like the Stoics, reflecting on the fleeting nature of life can inspire us to make significant changes. If we consider that one day both we and our loved ones will no longer be here, we can begin to value the time we have together more. Imagine the difference it makes to spend real time playing with your children, listening to their stories, or simply talking during dinner. These moments help build deep and loving bonds, create a sense of security, and provide emotional support. By taking the time to be truly present with family, we strengthen relationships, face challenges together, and provide an environment of support and trust. This not only enriches family life, but also helps us better cope with the pressures and stresses of everyday life. After all, in the end, it's these simple, authentic moments that make life truly meaningful. Habit 7. Plan your mornings ahead. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that procrastination is an obstacle we must avoid to live fully and effectively. He advocated that waking up early and having a solid morning routine are essential for making the most of each day. For him, sleep was not a time of escape or laziness, but rather a period of recovery, preparing the body and mind to face the new day. Imagine the scene. Marcus Aurelius, before going to bed, does a little mental planning for the next day. He picks out his clothes, organizes his bag, and sets a clear morning routine. This isn't just about efficiency, but a way to ensure that he doesn't waste energy on small decisions, allowing his mind to be free to focus on more important tasks. For example, if you go to bed knowing exactly what you'll wear the next day, and already have your bag ready, you start the day with a sense of calm and control. This saves mental energy that can be better used on more complex and challenging decisions. On the contrary, if you wake up in the morning without a plan, every small decision can become a challenge, increasing the feeling of stress and fatigue. Preparing for the next day during the night can also reduce anxiety. Imagine that you have an important presentation at work or school the next day. If you've already prepared everything the night before, from the presentation materials to the clothes you'll wear, you can wake up with a feeling of tranquility, knowing that you're ready to face the challenge. Moreover, good sleep is crucial. Going to bed at a reasonable time and ensuring 6 to 8 hours of sleep makes waking up much more pleasant. Instead of dragging yourself out of bed, you wake up refreshed, ready to face the day with energy and clarity. Therefore, adopting these 7 habits can profoundly transform your life. By incorporating a Stoic routine, you not only start anew but also strengthen your resilience and clarity. This journey is yours alone, and only you can achieve this change. Be strong and take care of yourself. If you enjoyed this video, check out our playlist on the channel or click on the video that will appear on the screen at the end. Subscribe to the channel and leave your like. I know it might seem annoying to ask, but if I don't do it, who will? Leave your mark here by showing that you made it to the end by writing Wise Stoic. Until the next video, my friends.